Hey guys, Larissa with BeCozi.com is here. BeCozi.com is an American website with the biggest collection of chunky yarn for hand knitting. We're located in Holland, Michigan, and if you're local, feel free to stop in our office. We just received in stock absolutely new custom-made yarn. It's not available anywhere in the store in the United States or around the world because it was custom-made by our company. So it's tie-dye Chenille yarn. It's produced in a very special way. It's amazingly beautiful, bright colors, and it's very soft and perfect for chunky blankets. So let me show you these new colors. This is pink sorbet, and this one is sea foam. Beautiful colors for baby blankets, for baby girl and baby boy. Then we have desert camo and mixed berries for people who like purple. We have beautiful green flower gardens color. Then we have cotton candy. It does look like cotton candy, very beautiful color. Amazingly beautiful s'mores, one of my favorites, I love it. And the last but not the least, we are using it today to make a blanket. This is faded denim. Beautiful color for a blanket for a boy or for adult, for a grown-up male. So now I will show you how sea foam looks on the blanket. I made this baby blanket. Look how beautiful and colorful and bright this blanket is. And today we will be making a blanket, small lapse row in a faded denim color. So look at this beautiful blanket. It's a very simple pattern, knitting and purl stitches. The blanket size is 30 by 50. You will need 5 skeins for this size. It's a small lapse row, as I said, and for a larger blanket, medium size, you will need 7 blankets. You can find it at BeCozi.com, all this yarn. We also have solid colors, variegated Chenille, jumbo Chenille, you name it, we have it. So go to BeCozi.com, get one of our beautiful tie-dye Chenille yarn, and let's get started. Okay guys, so we will be using this beautiful color. It's called faded denim. It's a new tie-dye color, and it's really beautiful color if you're making a blanket for a boy, or like a baby boy, or a boy of any age, or if you're making it for a grown-up male. So let's get started. We're placing the yarn in front of us. This is working yarn, this is the tail. We're making a knot on the tail to prevent yarn from unraveling when it's used as a blanket or when it's washed. Then we're cutting the tail close to the knot like that, and that will be the end of the yarn. Now place working yarn on the top of the tail, insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it out. We just made our first stitch, and now we will make it a little bit smaller by pulling working yarn down like that. So we'll have it about an inch, a little bit over an inch, an inch and a half. Now insert your hand inside the stitch and grab working yarn and pull it out. So we just made second stitch. It's the same size, if you can see. And now we will be making a chain of 20 stitches. So before we start making next stitch, I will press the bottom of this second stitch to fixate the size of the stitch. I will insert my hand or fingers, grab working yarn and pull it out. We now have 3 stitches, and now we will keep knitting or casting on to make a chain of 20 stitches. 20 stitches, if you're knitting with the medium tightness, not too tight, not too loose, will give you a width of the blanket of 30 inches. For a smaller blanket, you will need smaller amount of number of stitches. For a bigger, a little bit more stitches. So let's count our stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. So we just made a chain of 20 stitches. What are we doing now? We're flipping this chain on another side. And the reason we're doing it, because we will be using middle part of every stitch, not the top, not the bottom, the middle part. And that will give us a beautiful chain. This chain will be on the bottom of the blanket. So when we are starting knitting or pulling out first row, the working yarn goes on the back. So this is our first stitch. Go from underneath and side, grab working yarn, pull it out. This is our first stitch. Second stitch, this is the top part, this is the bottom. We're taking the middle part, insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it out. We have 2 stitches now. Try to make them the same size, guys. Now go underneath the next middle part of the stitch. See the middle, lift it, insert your hands, fingers, and grab it and pull it out. This is how we will be pulling out the first row. And again, by using the middle part of the stitch, after we flipped out cast on chain, we are making bottom of the blanket this beautiful chain, and it will look really beautiful this way. The other techniques are possible, but it will look a little bit different. So now we are knitting or pulling out all our 20 stitches all the way to the end of the row. Make sure to knit all 20 stitches. If you are new to hand knitting, you might lose a few stitches, at least one. That always happens to new people, sometimes even to experienced people too. So now working yarn goes in another direction where we will be knitting. And now we are knitting from the left to the right. Insert your hand, grab working yarn, and pull it out. The same way as we did with the first row. And now it will be a little bit easier because you clearly see your stitches. Here we are. And this way we're going all the way to the right side of the blanket. Because hand knitting, you're knitting one row with your left hand and one row with the right one. It's perfect for any people, meaning if you're right-handed or left-handed, you can do hand knitting following my videos. It will be pretty much the same. So here we are. We just knitted our last stitch, and starting with this row, we will be skipping this first stitch. And see, it's just sitting here, and then you're just going inside the second stitch, and you are knitting second stitch, and then next one and next one. And the reason we are skipping the first stitch, this method will give you beautiful chain on the side of the blanket. And we will be doing it on both sides, okay? This way you will have chain on the bottom and chain on both sides and chain on the top of the blanket. So here we are knitting our third row, okay, and we're knitting all the way to the end. Make sure to knit the last stitch. Here we are. We knitted it, and now we will be skipping it too. Working yarn goes on the back, stitches just sitting here, and then you're going with your fingers inside the second stitch, grabbing working yarn and pulling it out. So that is what we will be doing, guys, for 6 rows. And then we will change our pattern a little bit. Let me show you. So I will make one more row and I will come back and show you what we will be doing next. Okay, guys, we made 6 rows, and what we're doing now, we're making 2 rows in purling stitch. So what we're doing here, we're still skipping the first stitch. See this beautiful chain forming? And to make purling stitch, place a yarn up front, take the stitch, and then push the yarn through that stitch. Here we go. And now we do the same. Take the stitch, push the yarn through, and make purling stitch. It's quite simple if you practice a little bit, and just adding this stitch in the middle of knitted stitches, it actually looks pretty cute on the finished product, just to add a little bit of something different. Not all knitted stitches. So here we are. See, we're making this beautiful purl stitch, and now we will finish our row, and we are purling the last stitch as all the other stitches. Now we are making another row of stitches, and because this stitch is purled, we will be purling it, okay? So when we're knitting stitches, we're skipping first row. When we're purling stitch, we are purling it, the last one. So that will be our pattern for this blanket. It's quite simple. 6 rows knitted, 2 rows purled, but it looks really beautiful on the finished blanket. So what I will be doing now, I will be simply knitting 6 and purling 2 until I am done with all 5 skeins. It will give us a small lap through. And before I go, I will purling the last stitch too, because it was our purling row. So I'm almost done with my first skein, so let me show you how I connect it. So I am usually using the really easy way. I'm making a simple knot. Okay, so when you make a knot, make sure to make it tight. If you don't make it tight, guys, it will unravel when blankets is used, and then the whole blanket will be ruined. Okay, so make sure to pull it a few times, and then you will feel that there is no way to pull. That's when you made a tight knot. Then you're cutting the tails very close to the knot, and this is your connection. You will not see it on the blanket, okay? So now I'm going back to knitting, and because we are switching from purl stitch to the knitted stitch, I will be knitting first stitch, okay? And then we are knitting all stitches, and we are skipping first stitch in every of 5 rows, okay? Because this is first row we are not skipping, because we need to show the change from purled to knit. And then the next 5 rows we will be skipping first stitch. If it's too confusing, you can simply knit the stitch, it's fine. So here we are. We knitted first row after purled. Now we are skipping it, and we keep knitting simple knitting stitches until we are done with all our yarn. And when I finished, I will come back and I will show you how to cast off. Okay guys, so we are done with all 5 skeins. Look at this beautiful blanket. And now we left about 3 widths of the blanket. See, 1, 2, 3, and that should be enough to cast off. Okay, for casting off, we are taking these 2 stitches together and we are pulling this yarn, working yarn through them. So we basically knitted 2 into 1. Now this one goes on your fingers. You're adding next stitch, it's 2, and then you are pulling the yarn through those 2. And then you keep doing this way. You're keeping the last stitch on your fingers, add another one, and knit 2 together. And then see, this stitch was lost, so make sure that you're not losing any stitches, because then it will not look good, especially on the back. Sometimes stitches will try to escape, so make sure when you're casting off that all stitches are used. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. We have 2 stitches left, guys. We are knitting them together, and we have just 1 stitch left over here. Working yarn goes inside this last stitch, and we are pulling it, and that's how we finished our blanket. Now I will make a knot on the end of this yarn on this side, cut the tail close to the knot, and then I will weave in this tail. So I will just go underneath this chain once, and then a little bit on the back like that, and you will not really see it. And then I will go to the beginning of the blanket. Here we are. We have the same tail, so the same way it goes underneath this chain, outside, back, and then back again, and then just tuck it in here on the back. If you want to sew it, that it would be more permanent, that's fine, but usually just stay in here nicely. You can tuck it in a few times, and then you will not really see it. So here we are. This is now beautiful blanket in a faded denim color, gorgeous. Very soft, very beautiful. We have 8 colors of this new yarn. It's available only at BeCozi.com, so go to BeCozi.com, get this yarn, and try it on. Stay warm with BeCozi. Hey guys, my hand knitting book is ready for you to purchase. It can be purchased at BeCozi.com and on Amazon, and also available as a Kindle. It's a perfect gift for yourself or your loved one. It's the most unique gift and book on the knitting market.